Okay. I didn't know it would be this difficult, guys. Sorry. All right, so I tested it earlier, and let me go see if this is high enough. All right, we're gonna get this correct. Okay, so I need to make that a little higher. Oops, sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. All right, because my hubby went to go take the puppy out. We just got a puppy, and she had to go potty. So yeah, so let me check and see. All right, thank you for you guys' patience. Let me see if I can see. I'm seeing if I can see myself and you guys. So let's see if anybody's there. Hello, hello. Anybody there? Hello, hello. Okay, good. Am I loud enough, guys? I'm used to doing. Hold on, let me turn down this echo. So I'm so used to doing the Instagram lives. So yeah. And this is a little bit different. I don't know all the buttons and stuff like that on it, but let me know if you can hear me. And I'll wait and give you guys a couple of you guys to get on to see if you can hear me, if I need to make some adjustments, if I need to get closer. I want to make sure that you can hear me. I don't have my boom mic on. I'm just taping right from my cell phone. So this is our first YouTube live cook along. Like I said, we normally do it on Instagram. And just happy to see you guys on. Hello, hello. Thank you for being patient. So today, I'm gonna see if I can pull this over so I can see your comments. So today we're going to be making our buttery bread from our website at faith4ketokitchen.com. My hubby's going to join me. He just took the puppy out. We just got a dog. We rescued a dog last Saturday. So actually it's our week anniversary, and I didn't realize because my kids are older that taking care of a puppy is like taking care of a baby almost because I ain't got that much sleep. It's like, because you got to make sure you get her outside to go potty and get her back inside. If you guys have dog or fur babies, let me know, because if you have any advice, tell me, because it's been a long time. My kids are adults. So, but it's fun. She's amazing. She's been a blessing, and she keeps you on your toes. So she's definitely getting me outside for walks, that's for sure. So she's very energetic. She's about 1.5 years. No, she's 1 and 2 months, they said. So I guess that's still a puppy, but yeah. So if anybody's on, if you can hear me say something, I'm trying to see. It looks like 3 of you guys are on right now. Can you comment below if you're on, if you can hear me, if the audio is correct, if you can see pretty well? Like I said, I'm using my cell phone to record, and sometimes my cell phone and the lens can be dirty, like my husband always getting on my case about to keep it clean. But yeah, so let me know if you're here. Let me know if you have a dog or a fur baby, and what's your doggy's name. So we rescued her last week, and her name is Leona, and she's so cute. She is a terrier Yorkie mix, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I post, and she even has her own Instagram account now. So I didn't want to like clutter my Faithful Keto Kitchen with all the food with the doggy pics, because I find that it's like having a baby. Like automatically you just start taking pictures and everything and start wanting to share, which is it's fun, but I don't want to just bombard our Instagram for Faithful Keto Kitchen's Instagram with a bunch of pictures of Leona. So she has her own Instagram, and if you want to follow her, it is Leona, Leona _ love 7, I believe it is. I'll post it down there below. If you're a dog, if you want to see the adventures of Leona Love. Anyway, so yeah. I don't see any of you guys commenting, but I see some of you guys are on. So what we're going to do is get started. Today we're going to be taking her to it's a pet parade in Boulder City, because we live in Las Vegas. And if any of you guys are watching from Las Vegas, there's a pet parade today from 11 to 3, I believe. So we're going to be taking her out today. So we're going to get this bread started. And let me grab something real fast, guys, off the fridge. So I pre-made some bread yesterday, and it's almost gone. But I want to show you guys what it looked like in the end because we're going to be baking this right now. Let me turn on my oven. It's been one of those days, guys, where like everything is like all over the place. Everything's all over the place today, so it's just been crazy today already, and it's only 10 o'clock this morning. So for this buttery bread, what you guys will need is 2.5 cups of almond flour, and we get our almond flour from Kirkland's or sometimes on Amazon. And Kirkland's have really good deal. This is like a 3-pound almond bag of almond flour for like $11, so it's really good. You'll need a 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of erythritol sweetener, and that's something that won't spike your blood sugar, especially if you're a diabetic or if you're on a keto diet, which is really super cool. You'll need 1 tablespoon of baking powder to give some leavening agent, and 4 large eggs, which will also give it some rise, and a 1/2 cup of butter melted. So we have our ingredients here. So guys, what I like to do is pretty much like blend together all of the like I always say, all of the dry ingredients, because you want to get any clumps out of that. And you want to make sure, because almond, since you're using almond flour, its flour is technically not like a glutinous flour, so you definitely want to get all the clumps out of that and definitely stir. And I like to whisk together the dry ingredients first, which is very helpful because you know it's almonds technically, so you want to make sure you get that all stirred together. Let's see. Do you also get the, sorry, I'm going to be looking this way because of my iPad's over here, and I can't see that far on the screen because of my glasses. Okay. Nisi B. Nappy, do you also get the xanthan gum online? Yes, I do, and this is what it looks like. It's Anthony's, I don't know if you can see the Anthony's brand. If you want to get a snapshot of that, Anthony's brand. Super cheap. I think this cost me about, what was it? Maybe like $8 or so, but it's a lot in here, so you'll use it over and over again. I'm trying to make more recipes with it. At first, I didn't want to make a lot of recipes with xanthan gum because of the fact that I didn't want you guys to have to go out and get a special ingredients. But it is super helpful. It makes it taste more like bread. I have other bread ingredients on bread recipes on my website too without it, but I kind of like it. So we got our almond flour in. Let's get our xanthan gum in, and you need a very little amount, which is kind of cool. So that's a 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. You want to get that, and it's kind of like, it's like a powdery, fine powdery mix. I don't know how to explain it. It's like really super fine. So I had never worked with it before up until a month or so ago, and it's pretty cool. I think it works. All right, so I'm gonna get that over here. Very reasonable, thank you. Yeah, it is pretty reasonable. It is. I think so. That's why I like to shop on Amazon. And I have on our website a shopping list of things that I like to buy, my favorite things. So if you want to check that out, it's on our website. That would make it easier for you, like the syrups that we like and things like that. So we're going to do okay, that was 2.5 cups of almond flour, guys. That is a 1/2 teaspoon of that xanthan gum and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Do you have any plans this weekend? Like I said, I'm taking my puppy, our new puppy, to a pet parade. So we had her for a week now, and she is so much fun. Super smart. Oh my gosh, she's a Terrier Yorkie mix. She is really smart. She picks up on stuff really fast. Okay, so that was our salt. We gotta make sure I focus too because I want to add extra stuff. 1 teaspoon of erythritol. So erythritol sweetener looks like that. It's just a sweetener. It doesn't spike your blood sugar level. It's really good for the keto diet. Have you guys tried that before? Have you been using erythritol? This is the granulated erythritol. They also have powdered, but I just take, like I tell everybody, just take the granulated erythritol and just go ahead and whisk it in a clean coffee grinder when any recipe asks for the powder, and it makes it that much easier so you don't have to go out and buy, extra powder sweetener. And it doesn't spike your blood sugar, like I said. It's really good for those who are diabetic, and who are on keto, or just in general. If you're trying not to eat too much sugar, I would recommend that. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And this is super fast recipe. It's just because I'm talking, that's why it takes longer. But yeah, it's a really fast recipe. Some baking powder, get that all whisked up. You don't want any pockets of baking powder. And sometimes people, you know, make sure you always check your expiration date on your baking powder or any of your spices. Just a quick tip, because if you have old baking powder, it won't rise as much. If you have, and it does alter, because sometimes people think you can keep like herbs and stuff and dried herbs and seasonings for a long time. No, literally there's an expiration date on there for a purpose. For herbs and stuff and spices, it won't give you that, it won't be as fresh and it won't give you much of a punch. For baking powder, it may not rise as well. So always check your baking powder expiration dates or all those expiration dates. It does make a difference. So sometimes you'll be making a recipe and be like, hey, mine didn't come out like that. Definitely check your expiration dates. That's a tip because I messed up doing that before. Okay, so Nisi, I've tried it, not a fan of the cooling effect. I know it can have a cooling effect, but you know what? I will say this. If you tried it blended with some liquid stevia? See, here's the liquid stevia we use. It's the Now brand. See that? If you try it with some liquid stevia, the combination of both of those, it kind of tones down that erythritol. I know what you're saying, that minty effect is so heightened effect. This really works. Try that, okay? I think you'll like it if you do it that way. Let me grab a spoon, guys. Because I get what you're saying. You know, and it does, if you're making like mint chocolate chip cookies, sure it'll work. But I get what you're saying. It is kind of a weird thing, but after you use it long enough in your recipes, you kind of get used to it. Most people say you kind of get used to it. You do, but I would just say definitely give it a try with the liquid stevia. Definitely, it'll balance it out. Trust me. And let me know. Send me a message or let me know if you try it with the liquid stevia and how it comes out. Okay, so we're doing our 4 eggs. I'm gonna get these eggs in here. So any plans for the weekend, guys? Any exciting plans? Like I said, we're going to that puppy parade or that dog parade today for the first time. Never, you know, I haven't had any pets since I was a kid. So yeah, it's been a long time. So I'm getting used to a lot of her little personality. And plus she's a rescue dog. They were gonna put her down because they said that she had nipped at a little, like I guess one of the family members came over with a niece. Just half a cup of butter. Basically a stick of butter. But so when we rescued her last week, she was literally going to be put down and on the kill list because I guess they had her for a while, and then she is supposedly the niece or one of the family members might have been like I don't know, messing with her or whatever like that, and she kind of nipped at her. So, and it was, I guess it was a little niece. So they got rid of her. So they said that, and I know that so far from us, she just been chill, you know, so far so good. She hasn't nipped at us. She barked at my daughter though, I will say this, but she was also scared, you know what I mean, because she didn't know her. And of course we just got her. Let's see. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. It will look like that. You don't want to over mix it. You want to stir it a couple times, but you don't want to over mix it because you want those air bubbles in there, okay? So I stirred it a couple times. Let me get all the stuff out the way. Then you're going to get your loaf pan, and I love this Pampered Chef loaf pan. It's an old one, but a good one. And then you're just going to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. This is the cooking spray I use, like I always show you guys. It's that Trader Joe's coconut oil one because it's not a lot of mess in it. Really good stuff. So I like using that. So you want to stir it just until it's well combined. Where is my, oh, there it is. And then, because you want to keep that light fluffiness. And then you're going to just go ahead and put it inside your loaf pan, pretty much. And you spread it evenly because with almond flour, whatever, it rises, but like whatever shape or whatever, however you smooth it on the top, that's the way it's going to look. That's the pattern that you're going to get for the most part. Okay? I don't know. My husband took the dog out to walk. Apparently he's not going to puppy on right now because he went to go take her out for a walk. And she's so close to me, guys. Like, right when it's funny because when we went to go look, we were going to look to buy a puppy, right? Like about a week or so ago. So when we were looking to buy a puppy, we went to like the dog, the pet store, and they were like $3,000 some dollars. I'm like, really, seriously? And they're like, oh yeah, and we're looking for a little Yorkie as well. And so I was like, wow. So we shopped around, and then something just put in my heart to just go ahead and adopt a puppy. We were like, you know what? Let's go look at the shelters. You know what I mean? Let's go adopt. So we looked at about 2 or 3 shelters, and I found out about what we got in Leona. It's called a home for spot, a home number 4 spot. Okay, so check them out, guys. If you're looking for a puppy in Las Vegas, if you live in Las Vegas, definitely check them out. Super cool people. They had an event on last Saturday, if you want adopt event, and they happened to just got Leona last week, 2 days before we picked her up on Saturday. So I guess from the shelter, I guess they made call around shelters to see if there's any dogs that are being put down, or if there are any dogs they can pick up to share or to kind of get adopted. So they had just got her like 2 days before, and which was super cool because I know that was a blessing because we were looking at Yorkies as well at the pet shop. And then we went there, and lo and behold, she was there at PetSmart, you know, and I love PetSmart as well. She was there with all the other dogs, and I gravitated directly to her, and literally they said no one else would really pick her up, or when they tried to pick her up and talk and, you know, like kind of bond with her, she was shaking and scared, and they were like, no, this is not the dog for us, right? And then I came and picked her up, and she just like leaned into me, and I'm like, oh. And then I start, you know, kissing her on her head, and she leaned into me, and I'm like, wow, you know, so we bonded like immediately. So I know it's God. I know it's meant to be. Let me see what you're saying over here. Let me pop this in the oven, and I'll read your question. Okay, so I'm putting it in the oven for to about 350 degrees. 350 degrees, guys, for 35 minutes. Oh, it might be nice if I put the timer on, huh? Hold on. Let me put the timer on. Hi, girl. So I'm going to show you Leona too, guys. I'm going to put the timer on to get started at 30 minutes. Let me grab this over here. So, I tried the Sweet Leaf Stevia drops. Without fail, I overdo it. I overdo it. Let me move this over here, see if I can read this from here. So without fail, I overdo it. I taste the recipe, and it seems like it needs more, so I add it, but then the finished product comes out super sweet and cool. Right. I know. I have done that as well. It's just trial and error. Just next time, what, baby? Next time, just try to pull back on the sweetener, and it's just trial and error. Just keep on going. You know, I do the same thing. This is Leona. Hello. Say hello, everybody. Say hello. Yeah. She's so funny. Let's see what else they're saying. I need more practice. Yes, exactly. It just takes practice. I did the same thing several times. Come over here, honey. My husband's standing back there. He just brought her back from her walk. Did she go potty?
Oh, yeah. She did good.
Both?
But she was trying to, yeah, she did both, and she tried to...
This is my hubby, Jimmy. Oh, I got the... I have the camera set up for it because I'm short, sorry. So how are we going to do this? Back up?
No, you can just stay there. I'll watch from the other side.
No, babe. Say hi. You can lean down.
Hello.
That way. He's so funny. They can't see your head.
Hold on, let me get a...
He's going to get... Because I'm shorter. Let's see. Vanessa, hey again. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome. So we put the bread in the oven at 30 minutes. He's going to get... What are you going to get? Oh, he's going to get a chair. He's going to get a chair if you can see him. Say hello, everybody. Hello, baby girl.
IKEA easy fold-ups. Fold-out chair.
So, what are you guys doing for the weekend? You guys have any plans? Or can I put you down?
She can sit here. We can watch it.
Want to sit with Daddy?
So you can wash your hands and stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to wash my hands real fast. So, ask some questions, Jimmy. You guys have any questions? Keto questions? I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I'm not a doctor. And this guy isn't either, even though he looks like a professor. But yeah, if you have any questions, ask away. Personal questions, relationship questions.
Relationship questions.
Yeah, we are, like most people, I let people know we're both chaplains for the state of Nevada. So if you have any questions, ask away. And
Turn in our hours.
I did this. She is adorable. Thank you. Isn't she cute? That's what I'm saying. Somebody got rid of her. But
Yeah.
it benefited us, that's all. Let me go put this
Oh
over
yeah, I
here.
gotta take this off.
I'm gonna put these things in the sink. Ask this guy some questions.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off her harness. So since we, actually, in less than an hour, I'm assuming, because we have in Boulder City, they have a pet thing. It's a pet parade.
Pet parade.
So we're going to do the pet parade, and she's gonna get to hang out. They have costume contests and everything else. They have some other stuff.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for the pet parade, girl? She's like, let's see. She's like, yes, I'm ready for the pet parade. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Aw. He's so cute. He's so. You know what's funny, guys? You know when you get a baby or when you get a pet, your voice tends to change. You go, literally, like I'm 51. He'll be 52. Okay. Our children are the youngest is 18 and a half. My oldest is 30. I think Rashawn is 34 now. 34, 35. My boy. We have 2 boys, 2 girls. A step, 2 step, 2 step. And 2 biological. Basically, he had 2, I had 2. Grown boy,
Right.
grown boy. I'm just making confusing just for your life. anyway, but yeah. What was my point? Oh yeah. So we haven't had babies in a long time. You know, little ones in a long time, other than
Right.
my grandkids. You know, and so it's funny because you know with the puppy, it's like, oh, blah blah. Your voice starts changing. Good there, good. And I'm like, okay.
And then you realize how much, even especially for people who adopt kids or something, how
Yeah.
much a new one, even not biological, becomes highly the focus and highly important.
Yeah.
So if you are adopted, you have to realize that even, I mean, these are pets, but even more so as a human being, there is somebody that has some deep, really entrenched affections for you if they adopted you, because
Yeah, that's true.
you find out that you actually have greater love for them than a lot of things, and that becomes your focus. So,
I know. She is.
So always remember that.
Absolutely.
and if you have adopted kids or pets, then good for you, because
Yeah.
you understand how that goes and,
Absolutely.
and what it entails, and especially for her, because she has to get. I mean, she really came to like us immediately.
Mhm.
She's more really extremely attached to Rosemary, so wherever she goes,
Yes.
that's where
She
Leona goes.
Yeah.
And then you have those other times where it's kind of like skittish. It's almost like watching This Is Us and that other girl.
That's our
Because then
show.
they'll act right, and then they'll act kind of like distant from you, and you gotta
Yeah.
try to work it out like Randall and try to overcome the obstacles.
Yeah. Do you guys watch This Is Us? Okay, Vanessa said, how long have you been married? Okay, so we've been married for
6 years.
6 years now in August. Since August, it's been 6 years.
25th, August 25th, in case you forgot.
I don't forget. Okay, sometimes I do, but I know it's in August. Anyway, since August 2012, we've been married, and you would think we've been married longer because we get along really well. This is my love of my life. He's amazing.
Oh my gosh, she
He
kissed
is
my
a-
shining like money hit.
But you're cold. Your head's cold. Anyway, he is amazing. I have to say this, ladies, that I have been blessed by Jimmy. He's an amazing man of God. He loves the Lord like as well as I do. We just meshed. We met at church, by the way.
Wednesday night service.
Wednesday night service. We met at church, and I was like, and we weren't trying to meet like that. It was a special event that night at church, and my girlfriend was like, hey, let's go. And I was like, I'm not trying to go. No, thank you. She's like, yeah, you want to go? Let's go out and hang out. I was like, I don't want to. And then I ended up going. Good thing I did go, though, because he was there. I had seen him at church here and there before every now and then. I just walk past people, hey, how you doing? Or, oh, there's that guy over there, kind of thing. So that night at church, they were doing prophetic words. I don't know if you know what a prophetic word is, but they kind of like prophesy to you or say certain things to you.
But it was a team from Bethel, from
Yeah.
Bill Johnson's church in Redding, California.
Yeah, Bill Johnson's church.
The
So,
fire starters.
Yeah. So then we were, I was just like, okay. And then I seen him over there. He said something to me that kind of clicked or whatever like that. And I was like,
It was a prophetic.
It was a prophetic word. And I was like, okay, that's true, you know, whatever like that. But I wasn't trying to think about my man. At the time, I was all about God and focus on my, and I had a ministry for children who were sex trafficked. So I was focused on the ministry and helping girls and helping women come out of that. So at the time I was just like thinking, oh, I was getting donations. I'm thinking, well, maybe we can meet. So I talked with him for a while. We connected and whatever like that. Just talked at the church that night. And we said, well, let's meet up. We Facebooked each other. Let's meet up because I was trying to like get a donation for my ministry. He wanted to hear more about it, and he had his ministry as well. So we met up at the UNLV, and we just hit it off. We spent a whole day together, not even thinking like, you know, relationship-wise. We were just like, we really enjoyed each other. It was just a really cool bond, really close friendship, and that's how we are today. So yeah, let's see, Vanessa. That's so beautiful. I got married in the month of August. Oh, as well,
cool.
and met at church too. Oh my gosh, really? Yay! That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. You know, God is good. You know, you don't have to search for no man. God will be like, here you go. You have that desire. Because here's the funny thing, and he knows too. Before that, I was married previously about almost 10 years before I met Jimmy, like 9.5 years. And I know this has nothing to do with keto, guys, but we're just chilling today. This is our first, while it's in the oven.
On 350.
That's right. But I wasn't thinking about, you know, relationships like that. Like I said, I was busy with ministry and doing that. And then just all of a sudden, I was divorced, 9.5 years went by, wasn't thinking about, you know, trying to be with anybody, just focus on me, my daughter, whatever. And then all of a sudden I got this desire to want to be married. It was so, I know it's so God. Because if I would have seen him any time before God put that desire in my heart, I wouldn't have really been thinking about it. Not several guys, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm okay. But many guys that came and approached me, you know.
You didn't finish that thought, so everybody's like, what do you mean?
I mean, many guys have come after me. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, no, but guys, you know, a guy's going to talk to you. You know, you're a girl, that's a guy. But anyway, so I was just kind of like, no, I don't want to be bothered. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be bothered with nobody at that point. But once I met Jimmy and stuff, and we started talking and stuff like that, right before that, about a month before that, God had put a desire in my heart to actually want to be married, which was just amazing. So he was saving me for Jimmy. You're welcome, Jimmy. You're welcome.
The story goes. No.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. Because we were both just kind of like chilling on our own, and I had 2 kids that I was raising. So, obviously one was out of high school and one was still in middle school at that time. Ani, the last one, he's 18 and a half now.
Right.
So, I mean, it was just the way it was. Just like, kind of like, again, last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the things about the divine appointments. I think somebody commented, but...
she's just laughing. She's laughing at us, that's all.
But divine appointments are important in the sense that if you know the Lord and He literally directs your steps. Absolutely. Now, you may not understand and it may not be spoken directly to you, but a lot of things you'll walk into and you'll be surprised in how He directs your steps. And it's important to acknowledge those things. Yeah. You know, Proverbs 3 talks about that. Mm-hmm. In all your ways, acknowledge the Lord and He'll direct your steps. That's right. So when those things come up and you recognize those aha moments and you recognize that something spiritual or mainly something divine happened, and it's usually in simple things like a job change or being forced out of a job when you feel like, man, I need to leave, and you keep wanting to stay, but it's time to go. And God will direct your steps. So you got to acknowledge that you know, you sense something's different about this season or this particular timing. Yeah. Or, you know, when we pass up buying something and we wait months down the line and find out that item shows up again and it's a deal. Yes. You know, for years the kids were trying to tell me, let's get a dog, let's get a dog, let's get a dog. And I didn't want to get the dog. Because it's like you already
It's
got
a
enough
big
responsibilities.
Yeah.
But then
yeah.
last Saturday it was like, you know, when I started sensing from Rose that she kept looking up dogs and
Yeah.
going through the Keto things
Yeah.
and it was like I knew we were gonna have a dog.
Yeah.
I just didn't know it was gonna happen.
It's our baby.
That fast. 'Cause
Yeah,
literally it was 1 week after she was
I
searching.
know. I had gotten the desire to get a puppy, like I told him earlier, and like a week later, and I was looking for a Yorkie. You know, remember we were looking at the
Yeah.
Yorkies and stuff, and she's a Yorkie Terrier mix, and I wanted a small pup so that I didn't have to I didn't still want a big dog. You know, it's not me, and I'm a clean freak, so in my house I'm like, you know, make sure everything clean.
Plus you got, you know, a dog has to be potty trained, and when you're looking at pups, don't expect potty training.
Right. That's another thing, guys. With her, she's like automatically potty trained. She's smart. She goes and get the
Very
ball. If you
intelligent.
throw it, she's highly intelligent. I just set a plan and a schedule for her. Like in the morning, I'll take her. Once we get up in the morning, she waits. She's patient. She wears the doggy outfits that I bought for her. So adorable. She's like, okay, and puts it on. She's okay with that. And I take her in the morning. I mean, she's like,
even the group, when we took her to get the bath.
Yeah, because when we first got her, we took her to go get a bath because we wanted to make sure
day.
she was fresh and clean that same day. And the groomer was like, yeah, she just sat there, like, put her paws on, and said, oh, you're going to shave my nails down? Oh. I'm like, this is such a blessing. I am blessed by her. And, you know, I was getting in a funk at one point, too. And if you guys got my newsletter, you'll know I said that and dealing with some issues. And then she seemed to really lift my spirits. Like, and I have to go out and take her for a walk. So I have to get out the door. Because as you guys know, I work from, well, most of you guys know, I work from home, you know, being a food blogger and cooking and all this. You can get in kind of a funk where you're constantly in the house, you know. So, and Jimmy works all day outside the home as an AV tech. And like, she really gets me out the door to break up the madness of the day. Because I'll sit there and keep on typing the recipes, keep posting. You know, I'm constantly doing all that. She's amazing. Like, totally a blessing. Totally a blessing. Let's see. So, Nisi, is there a couples podcast in your future? You know?
We've actually did
we should do that.
I need to get my other podcast going, but we've done
separate
live
podcasts.
things, we've done ministry things.
Yeah, I mean, we've done like, you know what? We should do that.
A podcast. So how many people out there, because again, I think podcasts are awesome and amazing.
He loves podcasts. I'm surprised you said that.
So, how many out there that are viewing are interested in podcasts?
Yeah.
And that, you know, like, what's your favorite podcast, or what
type of podcast?
What type of podcast do you listen to? Are you talking about a podcast just in general, like a lifestyle podcast? Are you talking about a specific keto podcast? Because again, with podcasts, you kind of want to make sure you hit the niche that you need to be in, or that you like. But what would you be interested in if we were to do a podcast?
That's a good question, love. Let's see.
That
would be awesome. Okay, me too. Yeah, because that's a good question. Cause we did a podcast separately at one point, but we also did ministry together. Like, we went out and prayed for people. We did ministry to other churches, things like that. We haven't done that lately in a while. We were thinking about the podcast. He's bought stuff, which is funny that you say this. He got the equipment for the podcast. Literally, like this year, and beginning of this year, we did do a few podcasts on Anchor. It's a podcast called Anchor FM, right?
Well, no, I mean just your host or whatever. So I'm with Lipson right now, which is a great service. But really, it's if you watch it through iTunes or Apple. What do they call it now? Apple Podcasts. Obviously, Apple is the biggest one. Yeah. And Google Play is trying to come around. Google Podcasts are coming around.
And he has his...
unless you watch through Spreaker or something like that. So just let us know.
Yeah, because that'll be great. We have a website. I have a website as well.
Spiritual Matters. Okay. She said
for you guys. Relationship, Spiritual Matters. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna do that.
Because the key.
We're gonna do that.
We can do that. We should
do that, babe.
We should come up with it again.
Yeah.
Because we did a live Facebook.
That's we used to do live Facebook together when we were selling products like clothes.
But we had a spiritual one too.
And then we end up transitioning right into our spiritual one. It's called Health, Grace, and Faith. Okay, but then things happen, and and then we end up not doing it, discouragement, etc. But since you said that.
Because seriously, we could do a podcast is kind of in a way better than doing lives.
Yeah.
Because you can post it, you can download it later.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what podcasts are, it's basically kind of like the newer version or the better version of per se radio, because you don't have to tune into a show at a specific time, but you can basically catch it through an RSS feed, which is basically a syndicated feed where you can, like on demand, just go through your Apple iTunes account or something like that, and a lot of the podcast accounts, and just like basically see the episodes that are available and download them so that you can listen to them later.
Right.
You can play them at different speeds so that when
that's
you're you want to binge and go through a whole bunch at the same time, you can speed up and move
You play
through
in your
them.
car too, right?
Well, you play it because it's on your phone, so you can play it through your. We can play it through Alexa here.
Don't say Alexa.
Yeah,
we have Alexa.
And you can do so much as far as there's great content out there, and there's a lot of people with great information and advice and encouragement that you should definitely tune in the podcast, because you can consume so much information while being on the road, where you can keep your focus on the road or something like that.
Let's see. So Nisi said, I think your YouTube channel covers keto. That's true. Okay, that makes sense. So then we would do that. That makes sense. So just relationship and spiritual. I would love to do that. Funny thing, I've been praying about that lately, because Jimmy's going to do his own thing, and which is Soul Food Revival. He has a website he's building and stuff. And
it's been down now.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say this, guys, to be real with you, like I always am. That's like, for you to say that's like a total God thing, because we've been praying about that. He's been a little bit discouraged about it, trying to get it going and stuff, to be honest about it. And that right there, thank you.
Yeah, so, I have all kinds of notes all the time, and I get messages every day pretty much. And just like, again, the thing with the adoption and the Lord showing me about adoption in the sense of just how, in adopting her last week, Leona the doggy here, and how God was showing how much affection He has for us. It says that in Christ we've been adopted into the family, and a lot of people don't sense that if they know Christ and they're Christians, but really that heart of adoption is like just like Numbers 6, chapter 6, verses 24 through 26, talking about the blessing that the Lord would shine His face upon us. And that word for shine is smile. And that's what, when we're looking at her into her face, she sees the smiles all the time, because the joy of adopting her and saving her, just like she was a rescue dog, through Christ we become rescued. We don't know the sentence of death because of sin, and how it's not the do's and don'ts. We weren't picking her based on that kind of breed thing for those who are into show dogs or breeders, and they're looking to check the teeth and everything else. No, it was an immediate response of affection
and love,
and that was the whole point. But the point was, she was on the death sentence.
They were going to put her down. They were
going to put her down for something she had did, and they don't really know the details as far as if they're accurate or not, if she snipped at this one child or not, or how it went down, But the whole point is, we don't necessarily know what sin has a sentence on us either. But He knowingly adopts us into His family when we yield and surrender by faith. And so, in the same way, we were able to rescue her. We've been rescued through Christ, and it's an awesome thing. And the Lord shows us that in that adoption, He loves us. He loves us.
God is good.
He's happy with us. Even when sometimes we don't come to you, and you call.
He's so funny. Okay, Vanessa says, I feel so silly now. I got mixed up. I wasn't married in August. My husband's birthday is in August. It's so funny.
She had to get corrected by the husband.
He was like, what? We were married in March. It definitely met. And we definitely met in church, though. Okay, gotcha. That's funny. She was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the church, it did have a bar club and bar stools and stuff and pool tables. No.
Ignore. Anyway, Nisi said, I think you guys are an awesome example of what marriage should should be like. You seem very supportive of each other. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I could just go on. It's very apparent from your videos, your love for one another. Oh, thank you.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I love Jimmy. He's a keep.
I love Rose.
He's a keeper, I guess. No, just joking.
No, you know,
Yeah.
we don't sit there and like just. You have couples that spend a lot of time more so fighting
No,
and
no,
stuff,
right.
and
I
that's
don't
not
have time
our.
for that. First of all,
It's not our MO.
I'm 51 years old. I don't have time for no arguing. I mean, okay, you know, we don't agree on everything. For the most part, we agree on almost everything. Yeah, but I mean, but we don't agree on everything. But that's just human nature. It's not like we're gonna agree on everything. But we do know to go. Okay, if it's something, here's my thing as a woman of God in Christ. Okay, here's my thing. He's the head of household. So in my opinion, I know it's not popular nowadays, but if you have a good man, he's the head of household, the word says, okay? So if he's the head, all right, then we support one another.
Yes.
We don't want to court with one another, but the final result, the final answer for decision making is with him. You know, and I know some women don't agree with that. It's not a popular thing. But if you have someone that's good to you, that's supportive, that's working hard, that loves you and know he wants the best for you, which I know Jimmy wants the best for me, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? And then ultimately, if he made the ultimate decision and he said it, then it's his fault anyway. So there you go. I'm just joking.
But I mean,
But you know what I mean? So it's like, hey, no, but seriously though, I don't have a problem with that. I love my husband. He loves me with he thinks about me all the time. He buys things for me. He'll surprise me.
Well, we just had our cooker that we did, our
Oh
grill.
yeah, he bought me a grill because you know he knows I love to cook. He bought me the bowls I just used today. He's like texting me, hey, these Pyrex
Oh yeah, listen, because we're
Right.
doing the what is this called? We're doing all the painting and
we're
fixing
remodeling and stuff.
the
for the house.
remodeling, and it's been.
So he's like, hey, so you went to Home Depot or was it Lowe's?
No, so I was at Home Depot, and they just happen to have, of all things, and this is a God thing. So I don't know if it's because it was Halloween that day, and they pulled out all the Christmas sales on all this kitchen ware.
So he brought. So he
in
went
Home Depot.
Where is it? So I got him in here somewhere, but he went.
Oh, it's right there. There's one of them.
So he went and bought me these, and I know we're getting on. But why the food's good?
No, it's right. It's
So
still wrapped, right?
no, I unwrapped them. So he bought me these, because he knows I love baking and cooking, of course. He bought me these, and he got me these silver bowls. Actually, I've been looking for the silver bowls, because I only have one big silver bowl, and he bought me a set of those. And he's like texting me, do you like these? You want this? So basically the whole bottom line is he thinks about me. So I know he cares for me, he loves me. He's not an abusive husband. He's not, you know what I mean? All that stuff. We're partners in this. And that's the thing. You want to be a partner. You want to find yourself a good partner and someone who loves you and love each other.
And even my coworkers know, because I brag on her all the time, so they know just that, my wife is really solid. So we don't have, again, those are things that you learn, because with every relationship, the enemy is going to come in and he's going to put in distractions. He's going to try to put in type of mindsets to turn you guys against each other or something, or just have little weird things that, because throughout the years there have been things that will come up like, and then you find out that nobody's thinking that way, or it's all misunderstandings, but we don't.
That's how the enemy gets you, though. He'll make you think.
If you fall into that.
If you fall into that trap of, because sometimes you'll go, well, he don't care about me anyway, or you'll just even for me, I don't watch certain television shows and things like that, because there's still things that are seated in your mind and in your heart, like and then the gossip and all that. So sometimes he'll, like, the enemy will play on your head, or you'll get a thought like, well, he doesn't care about me anyway. That's when you just cast that down and say, no, my husband loves me, he cares for me, he takes care of me. And you got to say those good, positive things about him and think on the good things, like it says in Philippians 4. It says, think on these things, whatever pure, whatever's good, honorable, whatever's lovely. Think of those things so that you'll keep your heart and mind focused on what's right, so that you don't fall into the traps. Because next thing you know, you keep saying those things, like that happened to me in the beginning of my relationship, because just family and things like that,
putting families together.
and putting two families together, like two step kids, and then it was hard, but God got us through because of wisdom and of the word. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry guys, I'm behind. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Vanessa, you guys are awesome together. You definitely mesh well together. I even heard you complete his sentence. I did complete his sentence. I know, I do it all the time. I catch myself sometimes. I'm like, he can already say something. It's really weird. Because lately I've been doing that a lot, Vanessa. For you to say that, I've been like, oh, and I'm like, oh, you know, it reminds me of on Frozen. Yes, I watched Frozen. But when they were singing, when she was singing the song, the sister was singing the song with the guy, and she's like, I like when you finish. Oh wait, love when you finish each other sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say. Even said the sentence. Anyway, you have to watch the movie. Anyway, so when they were singing, you know, love is an open door.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
I think they sang that when we were in Disney World too, or
Yes.
something.
Oh yeah, we went to Disney for my birthday. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So that's been the good thing too. Our
Yeah.
anniversaries have been like going to Disneyland, Disney World, the birthday because it's close to her birthday. So
Yeah.
we've had some
September.
awesome trips.
Oh, so wait. Nisi said your video with the ducks was hilarious.
Oh.
Wait, we had a duck
Well,
video?
we did a yeah, because with the ducks we were doing the
We did
review on the beef jerky sticks. The anchor.
Oh!
I think it's Archer Farm.
Archer, ooh,
or
that jerky.
Archer Country.
Archer Country Farm or something like Archer Country, I think. First of all,
Yes.
thank you. Secondly, that jerky gets some. It's good.
Oh yeah, that's excellent.
It's at Sprouts grocery store, but you can find it online too. That's the bomb, okay? And we're not getting paid to say all that. It's just good. But yeah, that video, those ducks. No, I was serious. Those ducks were like, they were seriously creeping up on us, okay? But yeah, that was a fun video. Love your sense of humor. Thank you, Vanessa. I got it. What you said, sense. Message, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, 50 seconds till it comes out the oven.
The
I just looked over.
final countdown.
See, I cannot
She
be
looks
here,
at
and then
that
I can know where
Let's see.
everything is.
Nisi says she looked at that you just did a podcast. Oh, they're totally Disney fans. Me too. Yeah, I love Disney. It's so cool. But so it says 30 seconds. So here's the bread that I made yesterday. For instance, guys, I sliced it up. It's really good. This is what the bread looks like. I don't know if you can see that. See the holes in there? The areas?
You gotta get it a little bit closer.
I gotta get closer. Oh, I get. Can you see it? Okay, I'm short. I'm only 5 feet, man. Okay, but that, and as you can see, this is all that's left. Those 2 slices and that. But it's really nice and it's nice and bouncy. See?
Oh yeah.
Like bread. I'm gonna get closer. Just because I love you. Up and personal. Oh gosh. Look at that here. So look at. See that? It's like really good bread.
Oh yeah.
See, it's really good. Just want to bite it. Anyway, let me check that. I think the bread just got the timer went off. See, it's really good though.
Mm-hmm. Excelente.
Come over and get some, guys. I'm in Vegas. Come and get some.
And Leona says, "Come get some too." She's like, "You definitely gotta get some too because my mommy knows how to cook really, really good."
I tried.
She's excelente.
I tried. Am I excelente? Okay, so guys, I had it on 30 minutes. I'm gonna put it on another 10 minutes at least, so I can get golden brown.
Ah.
Sorry, my head's in the camera. You know.
So one thing we'll get this set up. We'll give you some overshot setups later as we push this out because we have some software to do that and our kitchen is limited, but we'll work on some of our aerial shots. Maybe I'll just anchor something up there and drop it down for that.
This is our first YouTube one. Sorry, I'm eating, but it's really good. It's buttery. Let me see.
I can do that. I can anchor it off of that.
Let me see.
Have it over there.
And we'll have it all set up differently. I'm looking at my iPad right now, guys.
And try to do like recipe overlays in the lower thirds or something like that.
Oh,
we'll work
yeah.
on all these things.
It'll get better as we go along. I'm still new with the YouTube. I know I have a good amount of videos. I've only been doing the YouTube videos for three months now, maybe. And so, but it's fun. I had to get past a lot of the nervousness and focus, but you guys help a lot. I appreciate your comments. Appreciate you guys cooking from the website. You know, we started Keto in December, and
gosh, we're almost coming up on a year of doing keto.
Sorry, I had to read that question. And that answer. Nisi said, and you didn't have to use a whole carton of eggs. Right? Now this tastes really good. It's buttery. I like this one because it's buttery. My pants keep on. I got these new pants from where is this? Online on Old Navy. I really like them.
Oh yeah.
I know it's besides the point, but just in case you wonder why I keep pulling on my britches. But yeah, but I really like these. They're like skinny pants and they fit really nice, especially after you lose 47 pounds.
Yeah, that's a good thing because so we're coming up on a year because it was like the week. Well, for me it was the weekend of Christmas, and she started the week before Christmas last year, and the results are amazing. You know, even at my job, there's cooks because I work in the banquets and the casino, so. There's several cooks that are on keto now. There's a lady, Joanne's like in her mid-60s.
Yeah.
She started losing weight through keto.
Yeah.
And I asked her, she asked me, we were in the employee dining room, and so I don't really see her that often or spend time because she's in the sales office and I'm just working with my crew, but she just, while I was in line, in the hot food line, she was there and she asked me, something on the hot food line, is that keto friendly? And I was like, I explained it to her. And I said, okay, so are you doing keto or something? And she's like, yeah. I started like 4 days ago and I lost like 4 pounds or something like that, she said. Or a week ago and she had lost about 4 pounds.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, that's cool. I go, well, what made you start keto? And she's like, well, she pointed, she goes, you? And I go, me? She's like, yeah, I heard you talking to the director in his office about it, and because we were talking about stuff, and he wanted to get in shape, and she said, I just overheard you, and I figured I'm just gonna do it, and
cool.
she saw one of Rosa's cards, and then she started.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Jamie. If Jamie comes on, one of the chefs over there, if she comes on and watches this later, you know, she gave me some props because she got a card from this guy, Johnny, who had lost a lot of weight.
One of my business cards I made for the website, you know. So there are a lot of them are cooking for the website, which makes me ecstatic. Because when I first started, I was like, oh, the reason why I'm going to tell you guys why I started the website. Let me read one more comment. Okay, wow. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, Vanessa. Nisi, I would love a video on starting a blog and blog. Okay. We can work that out, right?
We can work that out.
We'll do it with our couples podcast. No, we'll do it.
Actually, yeah, you'd have to do
equipment, nerves, etc. Well, the equipment part, working on it. The nerves part, working on it. I'm comfortable with, like, when I do the videos for the food, I'm just talking to the camera basically like I'm not, but like no one's responding back and forth. So I like this style where I'm doing a live back and forth. It's kind of nice. When I'm recording for the food, it's a little different, but my daughter's there, so she's kind of like just keeping an eye on the camera. We're working on like how the house look. We just painted the kitchen peach color, so I'm trying to figure out what color I want the kitchen. It was yellow before. The ceiling was, the whole house was gray, guys, because the last owners did that. So we work it. That's the progress that we're doing in the house. Equipment and stuff like that. I'm going to work on that. Nerves. It's a trial. You just got to keep going. That's how I just keep, I'm praying every time. I pray, literally, guys, I pray over the food, the recipes I make. I pray before we start the video. I pray for you guys. Literally every day I pray for all you guys.
Just to let you know, on those things when you're doing, always create test accounts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's the key to
that's
everything.
That's a good idea.
If you create test accounts, if you're doing it through YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, at least when it comes to live video.
Yeah.
I have test accounts that I can especially when we were selling clothes, I was putting lighting situations because with clothes you gotta make sure your colors are coming in right. But I created test accounts that nobody knows about, and I'll stream to those when new things come in.
Where you can practice at.
Yeah, where you practice, and when you're trying to see how your lighting is going to look, or if your Wi-Fi is going to be hooked up enough and it's going to work correctly. That's what you do there.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm eating the bread. But so, what I was going to say though, the reason when we started to follow back up on. We started in December 2017. I started a week before him. And then after that, and I don't know if I put it in on my journey video, but after that I was so excited, remember in January, and I had posted inside one of, I joined a Facebook group, and it was a really popular Facebook book group. And
Extremely popular.
Yeah.
You would know this person.
yeah. So I had posted my pictures of how I had lost like 20 pounds literally, guys, in a month. It's not unheard of. People have done that. You know, all depends on how your body is. You know, I wasn't unhealthy like that because I had gained like up to almost 160 some pounds at that time. But I met Jimmy, I was like only 122 pounds or whatever like that. I was itty bitty small.
You were like 112, 115.
Yeah, I was small, but at the same time though, I was bulimic. I was anorexia. You know, I wasn't starving myself, eating one cracker a day. Things like that that's not healthy because I could never find a diet. I could never find a diet or lifestyle like every time, like when I started, like say a vegetarian diet, I was hungry. Or if I started like the smoothie diet we did together,
Yeah.
I was like, it's all sugar, so it didn't help me for my body type at all. So then, fast forward, I had lost all the weight, and I posted a picture of myself before and after. I was so excited, guys, because I wanted to share my progress. And then all of a sudden, you know, some people are like, oh, that's great, you know, awesome, Rose, for me. Oh, you look great, blah, blah, blah. How'd you lose weight? And I told them that, you know, the first week I kind of got the keto flu, because I didn't really know about, you know, making sure that I put all the supplements in, the potassium, the electrolytes, all that. So then,
Oh, keep going.
hi, Stacia! Sorry, I saw Stacia's name, I got excited. No, we just put the bread in the oven, so it's baking for 10 more minutes, Stacia. That's okay, but you're here now. Sorry, guys, that's my girl. But hi, welcome. So then I got the keto flu, etc. But I did lose all that weight because I didn't eat as much in the beginning that first week. But plus, keto's amazing, guys, as you guys know. So I posted this in this group, right, on Facebook. And I was excited. Then all of a sudden I started getting like.
Well, the other thing is the picture, because that's what caused.
Okay, yeah, that's what caused the ruckus, because the picture it showed me, and some of you guys already saw it from my from the Instagram account. But my belly was bigger. I had all this weight and everything. I had stretch marks, and I still do. And I lost all the weight, and my tummy went in more, of course, you know, if you lose weight. So then all of a sudden people started saying, hey, that's not real. Oh, I saw that floating around online. That's not even a real photo. I'm like, but I am real. And they were like, oh, this person is they just start bashing me, you know, because I post on there my picture, and I want to bless people. I want to show them, you know, what happened to me during keto. Some people were like, oh yeah, that happened to me as well. I mean, yeah, it's not unusual, you know. But all of a sudden, I guess they call them trolls. People just start saying negative stuff to me and calling me out my name, bad words, and saying things like, this is a fake picture, or that's really a guy. And I mean, literally, it went from me wanting to show the picture to encourage people, to bless people, so they can see that, you know, it's possible. And how I was just excited about this keto thing that caused me to lose all this weight and feel great for that month. And then all of a sudden, I got all this negative feedback, and literally in that Facebook group, I got over 1,000-something comments, and people,
they were all fighting back and forth.
They were all fighting back and forth. Some people were like, leave her alone. You don't know how this person. I lost weight that way. It went crazy, right? And I didn't realize how social media, how it can affect me, because it went from that hour when I post that to all these negative, and somebody, and I try to first explain myself, like, well, yes, I don't know, that is me. I'm explaining myself back and forth, these guys and stuff like that. The curator wasn't in Facebook trying to control it or say anything, right?
It got out of control.
And it got out of control, and then
I mean, in one day it went over 700.
Yes.
And then the second day it was over 1,000 comments.
Yes.
And they were just both supporters and
negative. Let me get that bread.
But they were just fighting it out. And
yeah, over
finally,
my picture.
Actually, even
somebody had to say, "Hey, where's the curator?" Sorry, guys.
Yeah, because it was totally out of control.
Yeah.
But it definitely brought up a lot of popularity, and even for one lady who was originally someone who was a critic, and she turned around. A lot of DMs came through to kind of express their opinion, but their remorse for having negative response first and apologizing to Rose later.
Yeah, they would apologize later, but it got so out of hand that the curator was like, oh my gosh, to the point where the person who, because this is a big Facebook group, this is a big Facebook group from doctors' Facebook, that's all I'm gonna say, a doctor's Facebook group, and it went so out of hand. Somebody had to call for the curator to say, you know, this person is being abused and that's not right. And what happened to me was I was like so frustrated and upset. I didn't realize that just by all that comments on that group, I said, I'm going to leave the group. I can't take it anymore. I was crying at home, like bawling, upset. I didn't realize how that can affect me that way, you know? So I was just like, oh my gosh, Lord, I just wanted to post something to encourage people, to show them how it worked for me. So long story short, I took myself out of the group. I didn't even want to see it anymore. Kind people, some really nice kind people started DMing me and or messaging me on Facebook saying, hey, ignore those people, you're a good person, I saw your pictures even on your regular. They started asking could they be my Facebook friend and stuff like that. So I grew that love. People start loving on me. Let me get that, guys. Sorry, I forgot to turn off the... Okay, so people started being really kind to me after that, and then it just sparked in me, and I was talking with Jimmy one day, and I was like, you know what? For some reason in my heart, I felt like, you know, Jimmy was like, you know what? Yeah, you should share the food that you make. Show people that, yes, you did lose weight by eating this food, and share what you make, love, because you know how to cook, and you enjoy what you do. And I do. I have a passion for cooking since I was a kid. I love Julia Childs, you know, Bobby Flay, all that. My downtime is watching Food Network and Cooking Channel.
And now the British Baking.
And the British Baking, yes, the British Baking show. So that's all I really watch, other than movies with my husband every now and then. Don't really watch TV or we'll watch sermons and stuff like that. But other than that, that's what I love, and it's my passion. And God opened up that door from, like I always say, He turned beauty from
ashes to beauty.
Ashes to beauty, but He turned that, you know, turned it into beauty. You know, He opened this door for me to be able to share with you guys, to write the recipes, to create these recipes, to share. And I've gotten so much good feedback from you guys who've been just amazing, supportive, loving, you know, and that's all I wanted to say. You know, God can turn things around, and you think it's a horrible day or a horrible time, and He will change it, because I wouldn't be doing this, I don't think, unless all of that happened. And in hindsight, I look back on it and go, this encouraged me to move and to just, I don't know, to spark that in me to be a blessing even greater in this way with keto. So keto's a blessing to me and to Jimmy. We both lost the weight, not just weight loss, but I get up every morning so happy just to get up to share the recipes with you guys. My brain just thinks about food. So
and the great thing is you can eat so many keto sweets, because I get to test a lot of the stuff. So, and I basically hit the weight that I was actually in high school, and there's really, I can't afford to go any lower than I am, and I could, but I mean, the only time I hit that point was when I was in,
excuse me guys,
I was doing like,
grab the bread.
Gosh, what I was doing? I was doing a vegetarian diet years back. But man, once you know, if you've done that and then you went back to like pizza, it's all over.
It's over. Pizza, if I go back to steak, it's all over.
It's like not fun.
Let's read.
And that wasn't good.
Okay, so Vanessa said, hello, Stacia. Okay, Vanessa, Valerie, you are so awesome. Oh, Valerie! Hi, Val! I just realized who that was. You know, oh my gosh, Valerie from, okay, you'll get it in a minute. Tracy May, you know, Valerie.
Valerie.
Sorry, Val. Hi. Okay. Thank you.
We'll be driving past her to go to Gold City.
I know,
unless
right?
She's not in Henderson anymore.
I don't know. Where are you living at now?
Are you out here still?
Stacia, a lot of those groups with so many members are exactly that way. It's really sad that people have to be so negative and confrontational instead of being supportive and encouraging. I know, right? I know. It's sad because I've never experienced that before, and that was just, it was horrible.
You know, I think that with that, there are two things that come to mind, and this is something that if you're going to do anything on social media and you put yourself out there, first of all, be prepared, because you put yourself out there.
I know.
Not every emotion that you experience has to be made public for everybody.
That's
so,
true. That's true.
Knowing that, and then if you're willing and courageous enough to share your life to some extent, you have to understand when it comes to progress in any area, the reason why you have critics is A, some people could be jealous, and B, because they've never experienced it, they don't think it can be done.
Right, that's true. So they'll look at it like, hey, that's not true, or it's not real, or it's just because it's experiential knowledge.
And with it all comes still you know, the common denominator for both would be insecurity.
Insecurity. So, Stacia, God's plans are so much bigger than those negative people. Amen to that, sister. You are such an inspiration, and I'm so thankful God had our paths to cross. Yes, me too. And you're such a supporter. I mean, I love Stacia. She's like always there, sharing, cooking. She's amazing. Thank you for being so courageous. Thank you, Nisi. It's because you guys, you guys constantly encourage me and send me messages and emails, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are the community, your family, you know what I mean? It's just, I wish you guys lived here in Vegas so we can do a Vegas meetup. If you live in Vegas, let me know. Or if you're close by. I know you live in Vegas, Valerie.
Yep.
Yes, she's still here, same place. Oh, wow. Stacia, very true, Jimmy. Amen. That's right. I don't know. That's just how people, I think sometimes when people don't know or they're hurting, like they say hurt people, and Joyce Meyer even say hurt people hurt people. Hurting people hurt people. I understand that. I always step back. Like when that happened, I just stepped back and I prayed. I just had to turn it off and that's what I do. I don't have to get them on, like, I don't give negative feedback. I don't, that's just not my personality. If anything, I'll take it to the Lord, pray and just, let him handle it. And he handled it in a beautiful way where, that causes me to help other people. Yeah. So God will use, he'll take all those bad things and actually make it for good, So that's the cool part, and I'm just going to move forward. I'm here for you guys to support you. I'm here if you need prayer. I'm here. We're both here. We're going to do that podcast for sure. Yeah. And
I was going to say also the other thing is with that, some people are afraid to spiritualize certain things because they're just not comfortable in that arena or that realm. But this is the reality of life. Anything that's seen is made from things that are unseen. Just as even with microscopes, or you can look into a content, something like wood or something, and actually see the molecular structure of that.
Yeah.
If you have something that's strong enough to see past what's visible.
Yes.
But in that sense, a lot of the things that you're discouraged from doing that you feel like you should do is all mainly in the spiritual realm, an offense or an attack or a blockage against what maybe you were created to do and to accomplish.
Totally agree.
And that's why, again, the Lord can take those things, and if you trust in Him, He can give you the wisdom. The scriptures say if you lack wisdom, then you need to ask.
Yes.
And He'll give it to you liberally. He's not trying to
without finding fault.
Good things from us, but He wants us to have to experience what we should have been or what we could experience apart from all these other things that get in the way.
So.
And that's the courage it takes. So if you're gonna, maybe you have a talent too, because Rose has been sitting on this gift and talent for a long time, and it's been there. But one of the things that helped us or helped her to get to that level was when we started doing the clothes, and even though the company that we were working with to get the product from is like shady.
They lack integrity, after a while.
They lack integrity, but man, it paid off because you know what? She grew in social media. A lot of things, the hardships that you go through are going to give you the necessary tools for the next step. And I'm telling you.
So true.
Because that group that we had was up to what? Over almost 3,000?
No, it was 5,000 people.
5,000 people.
In my clothing group on Facebook. It was 5,000 ladies, members. And it was fun at the time, and I loved it, and I loved sharing.
We would go hours.
Very popular, clothing line that we used to sell the clothes from. And it was fun. We would go hours and hanging out and selling. And I love, but the most part was connecting with people. Me personally, the sales were great. It was cool and everything like that. Of course, you want to make a living, what you do. Like I of course, want to make a living, even doing this in general. But the thing that I love was community. Like the community.
We had so much fun
and talking to people.
With our customers, with our clients.
Like with you, like you guys. Like I love it because the communication, the community that we're building with
The excitement, and the frenzy, excitement,
that's
you
with
know,
the clothing company,
and even going to the post office with all those packages. I mean, I got to be close friends in a way with the at this one particular post office. I come back there with my duffel bags and my big tub, and they'd meet me out in the lobby, take it off from me, and I'd be dropping it off on the way to work.
I appreciate that part. And speaking of that, I'm going to pray for me, guys, because I'll be coming up with, well, I have already, and I know Stacia already knows too, the Rosa seasonings. So I've been working on seasonings that where I can put out there and sell, and for you guys can experience them and taste them and stuff, and they're really good. So I'm working on that too. Of course, I have to get this ebook done first, of course, but that'll be done this month. The e-cookbook will be done on the website this month. It's not that easy unless you have done one before and learn it. It's a process, you know, because I can sit there and I love cooking, I love creating the recipes and stuff like that. That's the easy part, technically. That's the easy part. But doing the typing of the recipes, getting them on the website and stuff, that's a little bit, it's time consuming, but I love it. But doing the ebook is even more so, because I'm like, And a lot of times my problem is too, is like, I want to share the recipe with you guys right away. I'm like, put it in the ebook or put it out there. I'm like, so I need to slow my roll, put it in the ebook for you guys so you can have it tangible, you know, for you. But yeah, that's what I'm working on now.
And we've had a grown man up in here on a 8-foot ladder.
Yes, we've been getting our place, remodeled. So everything's been, you don't realize how much it is when someone's in your house painting every day or remodeling.
And our stuff is
you really can't get much done. Yeah, everything's everywhere. Let me see. That's right, Jimmy. Preach it. Preach it, Valerie said. Preach it. Yes.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you, Val. Anyway, are you, that's right, okay, are you? Am I what, Val? I didn't catch that. Oh, are you, okay, are you still selling clothes? No.
No,
no. We're not doing that anymore.
Well, actually, there's one, we do have
wait, okay.
We do. So, we do.
So we're not selling with that company, but we have, if you look in the description of another one of the videos, not this one, not this live one, but in my videos on YouTube videos, I put in there where it says my fun shopping for shoes. I sell shoes online. I don't tell people. The link is underneath all
Not when we're doing this.
Yeah. No, not on this part. But underneath each one of the YouTube videos, there's a link for where it says my fun shoe shopping, my fun shoe shop, and I have a clothing shop too that I sell clothes with another company. I don't really tell people, but it's there, guys. Just in case you want to check it out. Also, hello, Farmer Neva. Hi, Jen. Welcome. How are you doing? How are you? Are you feeling better? Is everything okay? Can't wait for your seasonings. Thank you, Stacia.
Oh,
I want to get it done. I have to order the containers. I have to get the cottage license, etc. and stuff like that. So
that's what
I made some phone calls. Like I felt it's everything is a process. Everything's a process. So, but let me show you guys the bread. So it's not. It comes out like that. It's not super high, but it's delicious. So it's it's a little mini sandwich bread. You can always double the recipe, I'm sure. I haven't tried that yet.
I'm going to bring the close up to the camera for those who just came on so they can see well, I mean, you can go on the other side.
Oh, I guess I can.
And with the other bread so they can see the cut in the middle.
I'll walk over here to
So
the
remember
other
your technical
side.
stuff so that others can really enjoy what you have made.
So it gives you a crusty exterior, right? And then it's like, pointy, point.
And then now show them the cut piece there.
And here is the slice part of this is one I made yesterday. It's gone. This is how much we got left, okay? Apart from the one slice over there. See how it's not eggy at all. It's more buttery.
And then you got
see the sponge?
Boing, 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 boing.
Yes.
There you go.
That was actually the bread making that sound, just to let you know. Watch. See? See that? Like, so he doesn't back in. See how he didn't make the sound just now, guys? When I said that was the bread and he didn't do it?
So
hello.
That's going to be the
sorry.
What is it called? The icon or for the
I think it already makes you get one. I got one. It made me get one of my crazy faces on the thumbnail.
But
I'm new at this, so yeah.
So wait a minute. Our pet parade started 30 minutes ago in Boulder City.
Okay. We have to go. We got a pet parade that we're about to go to and take Leona, our new baby girl, to it's in Boulder City, and it'll be her first outing when see other dogs and stuff. You know, we see dogs in the neighborhood though, but you know what I mean. It's our first day out to go somewhere as an event. So
maybe she'll get one of those spray-on tattoos.
yeah, let me see. I'll read a few more comments. Looks so yum. Okay. All right. So hello, Farmer Mima. Yes, thanks. Feeling better. Good. That is a great recipe. Remember, you can always send me a message or call me. Okay. Thank you. It's a great recipe. Yeah, thank you. Looks so yummy. Going to make it tonight. Yes, it's so easy too. It takes longer, of course, when I'm telling you guys and talking. But just throwing all the dry ingredients in, the wet ingredients done. It's super easy, guys. That's what I love about it. And it's nice to have. I like to at least have, what I do like to have is like a loaf of bread in the fridge at all times, or some biscuits or something like that, so you don't have to go ahead and make it and wait. You know, it'll be there. So when Jimmy gets off from work or something like that, you know, he can make a sandwich. He can, you know, just have some toast, or in the morning I make French toast with the bread. It's really good. I think I have a French toast recipe on our website. I do. Because I like to mix eggs, some of the spices, a little bit of heavy whipping cream. I forgot the rest of the recipe, but it's on the website. So that batter and a little bit of erythritol stevia, it gives it this sweet, you know, like French toasty taste. Try it with French toast and
avocado toast.
Avocado, ooh.
Or what's that one with the shrimp? We're gonna make that.
Oh, he wants to make
shrimp toast.
Shrimp toast.
Shrimp toast.
Oh yeah, I can make that because
so we're gonna come up with a shrimp toast recipe.
Okay. Okay, I'll come up with a shrimp toast recipe. I know, you know how you go to the Asian restaurants, they have that shrimp toast with the smear, and I know how to do it, but now I know how to do it keto since we have bread.
Yes.
We'll do it this weekend. Anyway, that's besides the point. We gotta go, guys.
Yes.
Girl. Farmer Meemaw, you're so funny. Keto bread doesn't last long here either, right? That's what I'm saying. So that's so true. Does it freeze well? I haven't tried it, but you know what, Stacia, since you said that, I'm gonna take this one piece right here, slice it up and freeze it. And then I'll take it out like maybe next Saturday, or I don't know how long, you know what I mean? I don't know if it freezes well. I don't think almond flour freezes really well, because I know cookies and stuff don't. I don't know, we're gonna experiment. Let's experiment, okay? Yeah, we can experiment, because I haven't tried that yet. Besides the, like Farmer Meemaw said, it doesn't last anyway. It's just like, you know. And also, Vanessa, okay, it was nice meeting you guys. First time here, and I really love you guys already. Thank you. Thank you. We love you too. Thank you. We appreciate you. Do you still make the bread mix? Okay.
Oh, for the in the jar, right? Yeah.
So I have some in the cabinet too, right there. So, and I always keep that on hand as well. On the website, and I did a video, right? I did a video of that, right, Nisi? It should be on my website. I know it's on my website. We have a cake mug mix bulk, and we have a bulk bread mix. So if you go on the website, it's there under bread, I believe. Okay.
So that would be Faith for Keto, Faith #4 Keto Kitchen.com.
Yeah, and I always have that on hand as well in a jar, so that, you know, when you want a mug cake or you want something sweet, all you gotta do is take that out. You can add like other extracts to it, add a little bit of cocoa powder to your cake mix one. I mean, you can alter it. Yesterday I made one with shredded coconut, pecans, and some carrot cake extract, so it tastes like a carrot cake. So you can play with it, okay? Play with your food. It's the only time I'll let you play with your food. Let's see. Okay, I did do a video. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, it's on my website. Everything that's on the videos pretty much is on my website, unless I say, I think the foodimentary videos, they were more for my cookbook, for the cookbook to do. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we do have to go.
Yeah.
I love you guys. We don't want to be late for our, well, we already
We're late.
We are. We don't want to be late for our parade. So we're going to go see the parade on Boulder City. If you live in Vegas, we'll be over there.
If you have a pet and you're in Vegas, you're
Yes.
in Henderson, you're in Boulder City, meet us there, Bicentennial Park.
Yes, Bicentennial Park. All right, guys. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we will be back next Saturday. I believe Jimmy will be off next Saturday, right?
I think I am.
Hopefully we'll make it a
Supposedly.
thing, and then we'll just cook together. Together, live with Jimmy and Rose. Sorry. Anyway, I love you guys. Let me figure out how to turn this off. Let's see.
And we are out. like Henny the Biz says, and the business, and we're out.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. We love you. Thanks for joining us.
Ciao. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Yes.
Enjoy your weekend.